does she say?
I don't care. It's happening. I'm crashing out. I'm crashing out. I'm done, okay? I blew up on this godforsaken clock app when I was like 19 or 20 years old, okay? Back then. Keep in mind, it has been 4 to 5 years and life has hit me like a fucking truck, okay? I'm no longer the stupid brainwashed liberal that I used to be when I was 19. And I am being hated on so much for simply changing sides. And I'm done. I'm so tired of my old fan base. I don't give a fuck about your identity politics. I voted for Trump and I hate fat people.
Based. Hating fat people. Based. Conservative women are commenting about liberal women shaving their heads and divorcing their husbands because Trump won. What's up?
My friend sent me a video about liberal women shaving their head, and I was like, okay, and now I'm seeing it all over TikTok, and I'm like, they're really doing this. They are really, and like divorcing their husbands and stuff, and I'm like, go for it, honey. Leave all the men out there for the conservative women to repopulate with, because we don't need this in the next generations.
Wow.
This is mental disorders.
Wow. It's like kind of true though. It is kind of true where a lot of these just like fucking unhinged, insane people are they are the ones not having kids. It's the based, trad conservatives that are the ones having kids. So I don't know. Who knows? You give it 40, 50 years and there might be a total, I don't know. The Democrats might never win an election again, which is why they're probably so hell-bent on having immigrants come in the country illegally, because they know that if they don't, then they are losing the demographic game. Their people are not having kids because all of their people are either gay or trans, or they think that having kids is irresponsible because climate change. Duke Dennis says this election showed him that racism is still alive and says he will be running for president in 2028.
This election right here, this election really showed me that racism is very much still alive. We witness it, we go through it every single day. And you would think in 2024, and you would think in the big ass year of 2024 that racism does not exist no more, but it does. Duke Dennis is running for president in 2028. I'll be 35. If y'all was to vote for me, I would dead ass do a really good job. Like, I would bring a new perspective into what America needs.
Here's the deal though, if he's right, then no one's going to vote for him because he's black and everybody's racist. So it's like the reason why he's running, if he's right, then it's going to be a total failure to launch. Also, though, listen, bro. Hey, Duke, we had a black president, brother. Remember that time that we had a black president for 8 years? What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, as a nation. Because, like, I be thinking, like, how the fuck is an old white person or an old head in general? I know I'm an old head, but I'm saying them niggas is ancient. Them niggas is 80.
Old white people, WW. Old white people, W. Dude, I can't wait. I cannot wait to be an old white person. I cannot wait to be an old white person, dude. It's awesome. I can't wait. The only reason that I can tolerate being a young white person is because someday I want to be an old white person. It just gets better and better. It's going to be awesome.
They knocking on the door.
Let's go.
How do they know what's best for us in the future if they not gonna be here? Vote for Duke Dennis, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be
crazy. Breaking: a woman in Seattle was arrested on murder charges after she allegedly killed her father with an ice pick because she was overwhelmed due to the election results. Her father voted for Trump. She's being held on $2 million bail. Murder, homicide. Dude. She killed her dad because the dad voted for Trump and she was overwhelmed with the results of the election. Hey, well, this doesn't sound very tolerant. This is supposed to be the tolerant left? This doesn't sound very tolerant. Yeah, sure doesn't. White dudes for Harris.
Hey, my fellow ladies out there.
White women. white women for Harris.
So men think they own you. Take it from somebody that used to be a man. You got boobs. You got a vajayjay. Guess what, honey? You own them. Trust me, they want it. Make them earn it.
Dude. How did we get here? We are so fucked. Like, dude, can we we are so fucked. Like, as a society, like, how in the fuck did things get here? How does this happen? How did we get here? We put a man on the moon. We had a guy walking around on the fucking moon. Okay? And now we're here. Dude, what the fuck? South Carolina teacher says Trump's win hit so hard, she and her fiance are scrapping plans for having kids anytime soon.
Last night, the conversation my
Hold on, I gotta crank the audio on this one. Crank it.
fiance and I had before we went to bed was, if this happens, we won't be having kids. At least not in the next 4 years.
I know why you have bangs. I know why you have bangs like this. It's because you have a fucked up hairline and you're balding. And that's why you have bangs. I know why women do this. It's because you're balding and you're embarrassed by your hairline.
Next 4 years. Mm-hmm. We definitely can't have them in the state we live in now.
You know what's actually true? Dude, I've never thought about this. A woman having bangs like this is the same thing as a guy wearing a hat every day. It is literally the same thing. It is the same thing.
I'm already a high risk, and if we wait 4 years, I'll be pushing 36, which makes me high risk and a geriatric pregnancy, which means it's probably never going to happen for me. Not here in the U.S., definitely not here in Charleston, South Carolina. We could move back to our home state of Maine. They're a protected state, or to Vermont, somewhere in New England. But even then, who's to say what's going to happen? And then waking up to text between myself and my female friends and my LGBTQ plus friends, and not knowing what the world's going to look like for them either. And then coming to school this morning and realizing someone might want to put a gun in my hand to protect these kids.
What?
That's all we did at our last teacher in service day, was prepare for gun lockdowns. I teach 2 and 3 year olds. And that's the world they're growing up into. So I hope you voted. And I hope you know what you did when you voted.
Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Meet artist Jenkins, the head of global policy and customer support at Twitch. He goes on an anti-white rant, says America is a racist country, and blasts Trump and his supporters as bigots and misogynists. Hold up, he works at Twitch, the head of global policy and customer support at Twitch. Really? What does he have to say?
Like the saying goes, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. 2016 was not a fluke. Donald Trump is the most American president we ever had, and he reflects who America really is. America is a racist country. America is a country that will prioritize a white candidate who is riddled with controversy and inadequacy and racism and bigotry over a highly qualified woman, over a highly qualified person of color.
So this is where I have to take issue. What do you mean exactly by highly qualified? Let's try to put some substance behind that.
So it's now around 11 o'clock here in California, and conservative news outlets are already reporting that Donald Trump will be the 47th president of the United States. In addition to Fox News, Daily Wire is reporting it. CNN hasn't called it yet, but it's looking like it's inevitable. Like I said from the beginning, if Kamala Harris can't win Georgia, she just can't win, period. The interesting thing is, if you look at the electoral map, it is nearly identical to 2016. The only difference is in Nevada, and it looks like Kamala may not even pull that off.
That's right.
But the bigger...
Big time loser. And America's Biggest Loser award goes to Kamala Harris, America's Biggest Loser.
Concern than electoral map is the popular vote. Democrats have won the popular vote in every election since 1992 with the exception of 2004. That is nearly 36 years of Democrats running up on the popular vote, and if Democrats can't win here, it is a huge cause of alarm.
Dude, like, I just want to put Kamala Harris into perspective here. Okay? Kamala Harris is the first Democrat candidate to lose the popular vote in 20 years. During her campaign, she lost the White House, the Senate, and the House of Representatives. She lost, she is, by every single avenue, every single metric, just a fucking loser. Just a loser. She got owned. She got blown the fuck out. Just a complete and total loser. A total, complete loser.
For the next couple of weeks, people are going to be talking about what she could have done differently. And the answer is nothing. She ran an excellent campaign in the last 3 months. And honestly, I don't think anybody could have pulled off what she pulled off. No one thought this race was winnable until Kamala stepped up. And between her social media campaign and, you know, all the celebrity endorsements and the rallies, like,
she didn't get a single celebrity endorsement that she didn't pay for. It's come out. She paid Megan Thee Stallion $5 million to get up and twerk her big fat black ass at the campaign stage. And it actually turned voters away. We're like, hold up. Is this really the country we want to live in? Do we really want to live in the fucking twerk nation? The United States of twerk? Like, no, we don't. No, this is not the future that we want. $1 million for Oprah Winfrey. Millions for Eminem. Millions for who? Not a single celebrity. But the celebrities, all the celebrities endorsed her. First off, she paid for it. Second off, I don't think anybody really gives a fuck what celebrities have to say these days. People care about podcasters and YouTubers. People do care about that. Like, Joe Rogan is 10 times more influential politically than, what's her name, than Taylor Swift. Nobody gives a fuck who Taylor Swift is voting for. Nobody. Well, how can I put this? Okay, maybe some people do care who she's voting for, but the people that do care are already going to vote for Kamala Harris anyway. There's no undecided voter. There's no undecided swing voter that is like, man, wow. Did you guys see that Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala? Wow. I guess I'm going to vote for Kamala now, because before this, I was totally undecided. I didn't know who I was going to... That person does not exist. This is not a thing. Doesn't work like that.
She ran a great campaign. And here you go. CNN just called Pennsylvania.
She ran a great campaign. Kamala Harris spent over $1 billion in 3 months to lose in the most impressive loss in recent American political history. She's in debt. She's in campaign debt. Donald Trump spent less than half the money that she did for his campaign, which was 11 months long. Over 3 times longer, spent half as much, and won. It was an impressive campaign. Did you see the time that Megan Thee Stallion was twerking her big fat black ass? Did you see that? I don't know how she lost.
Pennsylvania, so now they have them up to 265. To my wife, to my daughter, to my community here on TikTok, who is primarily women, and to my son, I just want to say I'm sorry. I voted for Kamala Harris, and all the guys that I know voted for Kamala Harris, but the reality is it wasn't nearly enough. The fact is, there's no shortage of men, unfortunately women, in this country who don't want to see women win. They don't want to see women lead. They don't want to see women have agency over their own bodies. It's terrifying because I see all that women have to endure. My wife is a working professional, and she had to endure not 1, but 2 C-sections. Fortunately, we're a dual tech income household, and we have some of the best health insurance that money can buy. But the reality is, most people aren't so privileged. So in addition to be able to afford a C-section, we also have the privilege of being able to have paid paternal leave. And as you all may know, America is the only first world country without paid maternity leave.
Cool.
And I can go on and on about how America makes it difficult to be a woman, but everyone knows that. Just that no one seems to care.
Yeah, man, America's the worst country in the world to be a woman in, dude. It sucks. I'd rather be a woman in fucking any other. I'd rather be a woman in Afghanistan. I'd rather be a woman in I don't know, fucking Bangladesh or the fucking Congo or Uganda. America sucks, man. It's just the worst. It's terrible to be a woman here. Just the worst, man.